Welcome, welcome, visitor from the mortal realm. You have traveled far indeed to find yourself here on the uttermost edge of dreams, at the very borders of the chaos realms. Very few mortals randomly dream their way to this portion of the dreamlands. There is not much out here, not much of anything at all, save for the gateways to the realms of air and void in the chaos. But you cannot be out here all alone, searching for those gateways. No, there is some other thing you are searching for, something more relevant to your own interests, something more personal. You have dreamed yourself here, so very far away from your waking world, seeking a way to change your physical form. What a strange thing to dream about. A strange and unusual thing. How fortunate it is for you, then, that your dreaming mind has led you here, to me. Oh yes, I am perhaps the very entity you are hoping to find. Yes, I can help you with what you are seeking to accomplish. Follow me. I will take you to a place where you will be much more comfortable than being out here, floating in the empty wastes on the edge of dreams, with so little light and nothing to stand upon. And now we have gravity again, and light, and a much closer horizon than the infinite. Welcome, dreamer from afar. Welcome to the flesh parlor of Ahmenetos. Here is where I reside and work, and here is where I assist my clients in making themselves into their own dream of perfection. For I am a flesh maker, a shaper of tissues and sculptor of bone. For uncounted years I have practiced and refined my art, the shaping and reshaping of living beings. I will make for the both of us a nice, refreshing cup of tea. Feel free to look around the place while I am thus occupied, and do feel free to ask questions. There is much to see. The tanks against that far wall contain display segments of some of the tissues I have created for past clients. There are skin samples and specimens of fingers with claws or hands with webbing, a few other various appendages, some modified eyes and ears, all sorts of things. Not only have I done custom modification for dreaming humans, but I have also had a hand, no pun intended, in augmenting the flesh of many a demon in my time. The tea should be ready shortly, Just have a seat at the table here. Do not be alarmed by the organic-looking appearance of the chairs. I grew them myself. You will find that they'll adjust quite comfortably to the shape of your body when you sit down. Now, while we enjoy the tea, I will tell you what I can do for you, human. You expressed a vague dissatisfaction with your physical form, yes? I can help you address that. I can reshape and readjust any aspect of your physical form that you choose. This can be something as simple as changing the texture and pattern of your hair growth, both that of your head and that of the rest of your body. Likewise, I can alter the color and texture of your skin to whatever degree you wish. And be aware, human, that this is not limited to the simple palette of ordinary human skin tones. I have skills far in excess of those limitations. I could make your skin an absolute white, or the red of the perfect strawberry, a painfully bright and vibrant yellow, the entire range of greens from a summer forest, the most brilliant of blues, a deep, rich velvet purple, or even a black, so far beyond the blackness found beneath mountains, a black so profound that it looks like a distortion of reality itself. Any of these colors, and so many more, whatever you should desire, provided, of course, that you are able to affirm that you are not a certain notorious artist and are not dreaming on their behalf. Ah, I see you know of whom I speak. Yes, they are anathema even among the artists of the Chaos Realms, universally despised. What were we discussing again? Skin colors, yes. I can change your skin to any color you please. The same with your eyes. Color, appearance, size, number. My skills and your options are by no means limited to the human normality. I could give you additional arms or legs, or adjust the shape of your existing limbs. For example, if you had an interest in digitigrade legs, or an additional thumb on each hand, or another flexible segment to each arm, you get the idea. Any physical feature of the body, yes. I can enlarge or shrink, expand or contract, replicate or remove any part of the body. From the ears to the fingers and toes, to the eyes and tongue, to other, more delicate portions of the anatomy, shall we say. Everything designed exactly as you should choose. Modifications can be quite subtle or absurdly obvious. Something as simple as suction pads on the fingers and toes, perhaps coupled with enhanced musculature to grant the ability to climb walls. Or modified internal organs to allow for, say, a broader range of foods which may be safely eaten. Have you ever wanted to have a retractable tongue the length of your arm? something with which to sneakily steal food off someone else's plate, this can be arranged. Or perhaps retractable claws on the tips of your fingers. How about scales instead of human skin? Or feathers? Feathers in any configuration you can imagine. Or you could go more extreme. A set of adapted gills to allow you to breathe in water. Webbed fingers and modified feet for swimming in same. Perhaps even replacing your arms with those of a giant octopus. I hear such things are quite popular in certain circles. I could sculpt you larger or smaller. There are certain practical limits involved, but you would be able to range from the size of a mouse if you so chose, all the way to a giant monstrosity with 2 heads and the legs of a goat, with a pair of grasping squid arms and a pair of long, reaching 6-fingered hands. Although the monstrosity is probably not quite to your tastes. But whatever you decide is the ideal physical form for you, I can do my very best to make that a reality. It can all be done here in my flesh parlor laboratory. You may take all the time you need to decide upon your ideal desired form, since this is a dream construct, augmented by my own mental exertions. The passing of linear time is but of little concern here. And once you have decided, I will make the necessary alterations to your flesh. Though it may take hours or days of subjective time, you will still only experience that time here, while your sleeping form back in the mortal realm will experience only the passing of 1 night of sleep. And when I have done all the things that are needful and you are satisfied with the work, I will guide you myself back to the places of dreaming close to where you belong in the mortal realm, and when you awaken, you will do so in your new body. Ah, a very thoughtful question indeed. Where, in all of this shaping of flesh and making of ideal bodies, is the benefit to Ahmenetos? Very seldom is anything truly done for free. In this particular case, there is in fact an exchange. In return for creating the perfect and ideal physical form for you, I receive as payment a small portion of the joy and happiness that you yourself experience in your new body. As part of the flesh-making and body-shaping process, I will be implanting a small portion of myself beneath the base of your brain. You will not feel its presence, and indeed, no ordinary medical procedure could detect or locate it. Perhaps, if you were to be examined at a dream clinic or a similar establishment, and the physician knew what they were looking for. But no, for all practical intents and purposes, that small portion of myself will not affect or inconvenience you in any way. It will merely serve as a conduit, a method of transfer of that small modicum of happiness and joy which will serve as a sort of sustenance for me and will cost you practically nothing in any real sense. So, you get to design and then receive a new body built according to your own exacting standards. I get to practice my particular art of flesh making and receive a tiny share of your enjoyment as payment. Everyone gets what they want. Does this sound like an agreeable exchange? I am most pleased to hear it. Now, human, let us open the door of your imagination, and together we may take the first steps in designing the new body which I shall create for you.